There are so many things you could be doing every week, but you choose to just scroll on your phone and waste your time looking at other people. But imagine if you spend that time exercising, reading, or planning your life, especially with the new year coming up. Your life could change to a whole other level. So today I'll be sharing how you can plan your week so that you can stay the most productive and get the maximum value out of every week. Hey, I'm Wendy and welcome to my channel. If you're a student who has a very busy schedule or you just want to stay more organized, I got you, because in this video I'll be explaining everything step by step on how to plan and stay productive every week. Section 1. Why do I need to plan? So, why do you need to plan? Well, whether you choose to plan or not is entirely up to you, but choosing to plan is proven that it boosts your productivity and focus while reducing stress. If you don't have a plan, you'll just end up putting things off and eventually moving them to the next day. On the other hand, if you plan what you'll do in the day, maybe you'll finish your assignments in the morning, have a little snack break in the afternoon, do some more studying at night, and finally watching a movie before bed or having a self-care evening. Let's say you have a lot of assignments and you just don't want to do it. And even if you start, it's never ending. But if you tell yourself that if you finish these early, you can have the rest of the day to yourself. So it will motivate you most of the time. Section 2. How do I decide what my weekly priorities should be? The first step to planning is deciding what your goals are. Think of 5 things you have to do this week and note them down somewhere. 5 is the maximum because if there's too many things to do, you'll end up not doing anything. Maybe it's making some time for yourself, cooking your favorite meal, or exercising every day. And if you have more than 5 tasks, look back at your list and ask yourself, is this task more important than the other one? You should prioritize the most important ones that cannot be put off anymore and do the other less important ones if you have extra time. You could decide which days you'll do which and try to make some extra time by moving some stuff to the other days. Your schedule should be as flexible as possible because you never know what might come up later. And if it's something that you have to do every day, you can just start a 7-day streak. If you use that way instead of a month, it won't be a problem even if you broke the streak because you know that you can just start over next week. It's better than doing something for a whole month and breaking it because then you'll probably not start again. Section 3. Planning. So for planning, I use Notion. And a lot of other creators use it too because there are so many useful features in this app, and the best part is it's free. And I like to keep it simple, so just go to Notion, then make a new page, and I'm gonna name it November cause it's November right now, and create another page inside this one. And inside the new page, I actually just create a table, then I make a slot for every 15 minutes of the day. And I just type in what I do every day. So for example, I wake up at 6, then I work out for 30 minutes, and I take a shower. One thing I do to complete all my tasks is that I break it down into smaller tasks. So let's take cleaning your room as an example. From 10 to 11, you're going to clean your room. And at 10, you go to your room and hype yourself up that this room is going to be sparkling by the end. And after taking a look at your room, you just don't know where to start. I don't know about you, but that happens to me all the time. And here's how you can prevent that. If you're going to clean your room, then in the very first slot, you could type organized wardrobe. By doing that, you won't be lost anymore because you already gave yourself instructions on what to do. So below that, you could type organized decks, then dust room, and finally sweep the floor. Do you see how the whole theme Now you can go ahead and fill. Once that's done, you can go back and duplicate that. This is going to be the one you're actually going to use. And you can just see the first one as a base, and you can change a few things each week according to your schedule. It's also important to think about your mood. Maybe you're a morning person and you feel the most productive in the morning. So you can put the hardest tasks in the morning and take a break once it's done. Then you can complete the rest of the day at a normal pace. I like to plan in detail because if you weren't able to do this task for a whole hour, you can still do it for like 30 minutes or switch it with another less important task. Instead, if you have planned hour by hour, you feel like you already messed it up, so you just wait for another day. Most of the time, I never even finish most of the tasks on my list, but I do finish all of the important ones. Section 4. How long does planning actually take? Planning shouldn't take up a lot of time usually. I used to make the mistake of planning the whole thing all over again every time something changed in my schedule. And I just end up spending 2 to 3 hours replanning the whole thing. However, if your plan was more flexible, you could just switch up some things, so no matter how much your schedule changes, you'll be able to catch up. If you know ahead what you have to do tomorrow, you could just rearrange some things and make some time for it. Section 5. What if something unexpected comes up during the week? Yes, this happens to everyone, and you'll notice that something always pops up whenever you plan to do things. So the real question is, how can you prepare for it? This is not something you can just prepare for, and the only thing you can do is to leave out some time just in case something unexpected happens. But if nothing ever happens, you'll just be left with extra hours where you'll end up using your phone. But it's also okay to have that extra hour because that means you can take a break. But if you have a really busy schedule and you can't make that extra time, the only choice you have is to not do the less important tasks or subtract a few minutes from each task to make up for the time lost. Honestly, anything works. You can just choose whatever works best for you. I mostly go with subtracting the time from my tasks because everything is equally important. Section 6. Weekly Review. After every week, you should do a weekly review. List down all the things you did every week, and you'll be amazed at yourself. Praise yourself for every little thing you did and celebrate all the small achievements. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you could just go for a walk in the park just to make yourself happy. And you should make some time for yourself so that you can enjoy your hobby, watch a movie, or just spend some time with yourself. If you're tired, recharge yourself. It's better to take a day off than work with a low energy and not even complete anything. So that's a step-by-step guide on how to plan your week so that you can stay the most productive and get the maximum value out of every week. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment down below your favorite ways to plan, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.